This week,
it's doing what it did last week.
This week we don't have any clubs actually for these, so it'll be an expansion on some of the pivot lunges that we've done in the past, some of the things that we've done with our hands to help with mid-back mobility. Only now think of these more of like stretches before you go off the first tee. We see people doing all these kind of like, different things that don't really feel like a golf swing as much. And this is going to mimic your golf swing a bit, but it also help to get you some more mobility before your tee shot. So the first thing we can do here is start in your typical stance. A quick review, we've talked about the pivot lunge where we're doing something like this over our stance leg. We've also talked about our lateral lunge where we do something like this. That can be done over, again, the stance leg or our back leg. So those are going to be the lower limb movements to warm up here. And then for our upper limb, the first thing we're going to do is bring our hands together. We can do our lunge like we've done before, keeping our back leg planted, coming up into like that back swing, and then coming through like our follow through. So this is what we've done in the past with previous videos. And the way we can progress with this from a mid-back mobility or thoracic spine mobility standpoint is break apart our hands. So we'll break apart our hands, and now with our lead hand, we're going to reach away and out. And with our back hand or our right hand for right-handed golfers, we're going to reach back and away. So we'll still do that same leg or that same stepping motion, but then reaching out and away at an angle and back and through. And that's going to help to get that side bending for our mid-back and our backswing, and then coming through for our collar. You can go through these kind of quickly. They feel pretty good. They feel like a quick stretch for your back as well as your shoulders. Conversely, we can go and pivot around that front leg. So same thing, we can have our hands together and step through for our follow through, come back for our back swing. And we could split up those hands to progress that even further by being here, reaching back and through, working on that side bending, and then stepping through here. So for Jen, I would say try to bend that knee a little bit more so that way. Good. If this feels easy, you can go to just a tap of the foot instead of planting. So working on more of that stability through. Good. Excellent. So another way that we can warm up the hips, the mid-back, and do something that feels golf specific or specific to the game of golf for your warm-up and for your training. Again, Dr. Nate Hoover with Optimal Physical Therapy, Dr. Jennifer Jeschke with Optimal Physical Therapy, and Tiffany Wall with Optimal PT. Sunshine Brewery brought you this one. Thank you guys for tuning in again, and we'll see you next week.
And special guest, Shore Beans Guy.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Bobby!